The 5 worst travel experiences we've ever had. Today we're counting down the top 5 worst travel experiences we've ever had. Number 1, Toronto, the hostel horror show.
Okay, Nicola, tell the people about Toronto.
So we arrived in Toronto airport and we had arranged to be picked up by the hotel staff who were going to take us to this beautiful hotel we had booked in Toronto. Anyway, we jumped into the car down the motorway and the driver stopped and told us that the hotel was fully booked, so we're going to have to stay in a university residence for the night. Well, we arrived at the university residence. I'm not joking. Hair, condoms, beer cans, everything all over the bedroom. It was absolutely disgusting. So we came up with a brainwave. We decided to go down to the local shopping mall. We bought some black bin bags and oversized t-shirts so we could just sleep without touching anything. It was absolutely disgusting. So we actually checked out the next day and went to a different little bed and breakfast just by the beach.
Aren't you lucky to tell the tale?
Absolutely. But Toronto, really nice, but that student accommodation was just disgusting.
Number 2.
The vanishing flight. You tell that story.
Mexico. Wow. Mexico, beautiful destination, fantastic holiday until 2 days before you were due to leave. You tell me that Aer Lingus have cancelled their flight from Heathrow to Dublin and changed it to Gatwick. So we thought, okay, let's go. So we got on the plane, landed in Heathrow, still no change, flight was still cancelled. Some people who were on the plane with us that were going to Dublin also didn't know what to do, but they ended up staying. But we got a taxi over to Gatwick, and I wish that was the end of it, but we then had to basically argue back and forth for maybe an hour to eventually get on the plane to Dublin to get home. Nightmare scenario.
And the queues that summer were shocking, remember?
We were actually very lucky because the queues were outrageously bad. Like, you're talking a 4-hour wait to get through to security. But there was an Irish guy that was like the, I don't know whatever the role is called.
Like an airline representative?
Yeah, and he actually pulled up the ribbon on the row and probably skipped us on 2 hours. So we were absolutely blessed, but we just barely met the plane. But look, again, we go home to tell the tale, right?
Sure. Okay, number 3, Dar es Salaam. It was a great luggage chase.
Yeah, Dar es Salaam was an interesting one. That starts in Dublin.
Yeah,
right?
So we're in Dublin airport and we were going...
We're flying to
Zanzibar.
Zanzibar, yeah.
So we were making a stop in Dar es Salaam and we asked the lady at the airport, we flew with who? Emirates. We asked the Emirates representative when we were leaving our luggage in, was the luggage going to go all the way through to Zanzibar?
Zanzibar, yeah.
And she said yes, and we double checked and triple checked and we were absolutely no problem, they're definitely going to go all the way through. So we arrived in Dar es Salaam expecting that our luggage would go all the way through and that we wouldn't have to pick it up, and we had to change terminals. So we plodded off to the second terminal, lined up at the ticket office to get our tickets for the next flight, and the guy asked us where our luggage was. What happened next?
What happened next was we had to press reverse and go back through to the main airport because the terminals are about half a mile away from each other. So back where we landed initially, begged the guy to let us through to get our bags. Here was our 2 bags going around the carousel. We grabbed them. Anyway, another happy ending. We went back and we got on the flight and we're here to tell the tale, thank God, for the 3rd time. Next up, what are we talking about?
Number 4, Cape Town, turbulence, trauma.
Oh yeah, this is all unique.
Well, I went to South Africa a few years ago. You weren't with me. And honest to God, I actually thought I was going to meet the Lord himself. The turbulence just came out of nowhere. I don't know where we were, probably over the Congo or something. And the plane dropped so hard, I swear to God, I actually thought I was going to poo my pants.
That's an experience, right?
Absolutely.
Your worst ever turbulence experience?
Oh, for sure. I was actually saying goodbye to my family, my friends, to my cat, to everybody in my head. I thought that was it. And your man, the pilot, comes out and he says, sorry there guys, just a bit of rough air. That wasn't rough air. Honest to God, that was the worst turbulence ever. So yeah, that was definitely number 4 on my list.
What about me in the Maldives?
Oh my God, you in the Maldives. So picture this, tropical bliss, crystal waters and Podge absolutely falling apart. What happened?
There happened to be a full-size AstroTurf soccer pitch on the resort, and there was a game every Sunday, staff versus the guests. Me reliving my youth, I said I'm definitely up for that.
Yeah, you thought you were Ronaldo.
I did, yeah. I thought Oh, it was Ronaldo. Played the game, about 15-20 minutes in, done something to me knee and fell down like
a ton of bricks.
A ton of bricks. Ended up going to the on resort doctor, got strapped up, done something to me patella. Anyway, that was grand. Was floating around then like a war hero, telling everyone about my football injury, and then bang, dodgy stomach. Absolutely lived on the toilet for 48 hours. It was grim.
Oh yeah, groaning like a banshee. But sure, anyway, I sat in my hammock sipping my cocktails, and you just swore off eating for about 12 hours.
Yeah. I mean, 40 hours was an exaggeration. I was back in the buffet about 24 hours later, no doubt about it.
Yeah, 12.
So that's our top 5 travel disasters.
And if you stick around for part 2, we'll do our top 5 amazing experiences.
So look, like, subscribe, and whatever you do, lads, make sure you bring deep heat and diarrhea tablets wherever you travel.
And if your husband ever says, I might go for an old kickabout with the lads, hide his shoes.
Hide all you want, I'll play barefoot.